Warzone tip number 1. FMJ works very nicely up against a wall that is a cinder block or bricks. It can mean the difference between you getting a kill and not getting a kill. As you can tell here, this is a gun without the FMJ, and this is a gun with FMJ right here. The precision airstrike in Warzone can be used as binoculars. If you don't want to use the airstrike, you don't have to. You can also mark players inside of the binoculars if you wish to do so. Warzone tip number 3. You can spray paint a window and it's going to be super hard for people to see you on the other side. So this is what it looks like on the outside and this is what it looks like on the inside. You can see straight through it. It is freaking amazing. So if you see a lot of spray paint on the outside of one, you know someone's on the other side of that thing. It's like a two-way mirror, but you can't see them really. It's really faint, but yeah, there you go. Have fun with that. Warzone tip number 4, stashing your cash. My friend Bo and I, we stashed our cash in that little bush right there, and then we saw a team come into this building at Quarry, and we are going to try to take these guys out. We are outnumbered here, so we want to do the best we can. So we take out a couple of guys, but of course, I go down and we get sent to the gulag. So best thing we could do is basically fly down after the gulag, pick up the cash, and then revive one of us if we don't win the gulag. But if you do win the fights, go ahead, pick up the cash, and go buy something like a UAV that can really help you out. Warzone tip number 5. Drop all the cash inside the gulag to the person you think has the best chance of winning this thing. Now, if you do that, you're going to have a better shot of raising enough money to get you back if you can't win your gulag. We all have those people on our team, and definitely take advantage of this. It has saved us so many times. We've won a lot of games doing this strat right here. But yeah, I win the gulag, and I go down and get my buddy back in just a short time. Warzone tip number 6. You can actually fit a trophy system inside of your heli, and you don't have to worry about hitting the flares, because that always makes me super nervous about hitting the flares. But if you have a trophy system, it can save your butt time after time. Warzone tip number 7. It is a continuation of number 3. Basically, what I did is I painted up another window, but this time I'm using a thermal scope. Can you see people inside with a thermal scope? The answer is no. They do not show that white glare. Only if you break the window will you be able to see them. Warzone tip number 8. If you have 2 heavy weapons, but you also have a precision airstrike, you can run a lot faster with that out than you can the 2 other weapons. So if you got to get to a place really, really quickly, I suggest that you bust that out and get to running. Warzone tip number 10. What you want to do is you want to grab all of the flags that you can as quick as you can. You can split up your teams into 2 and 2 if you're doing quads, or you can run them together. It doesn't matter. You got enough time to do whatever you wish when it comes to these flags. But once you get the flags, you're going to be able to see these rings, these yellow rings right here. And the more you get, the smaller the circle gets to where the final circle will be. It's an amazing tip. We use it all the time, and especially if you're passive, it's a great way to win. Warzone tip number 11 is going to blow your mind. While in the gulag, if you win your gulag, you have 2 seconds to drop your gun for the next person behind you. And if that's one of your partners, that's going to be a huge advantage for you, especially if it's a shotgun. I dropped it right in the middle. Dropped it right in the middle. Warzone tip number 12. If you use the Merc sniping scope, people will not be able to see a glare on your sniper rifle. That's from long range, and this is from short range. So we have one without and one with the sniping scope. So the Merc scope is up with no glare, and then we have a regular one that you see the glare right here. And here's what it looks like down scope, so you'll know exactly what it is. Warzone tip number 13. You can actually go into your settings and turn off the auto deployment of your parachute so you can get to guns and vehicles a lot faster. Warzone tip number 14. When looking up in the air, you're going to notice different colored flares. Yellow means there's an objective below. You might want to put an airstrike on that. And also, if you see red, that means someone is calling back their squad member. Look up for a parachute for an easy kill. Warzone tip number 15 is kind of a troll. If you use the R9 shotgun, you can shoot the loadout and kill your friends that are trying to access it or just standing nearby. It is freaking hilarious, and the reactions are absolutely priceless.